continuing on lesson 2.4 here. This is the day 2 assignment. So you should be on the bottom of page 74. Bottom of page 74, the bottom half of page 74, I should say. We're looking for patterns when dividing by 100 or 1,000. So if you have 9 times 100, that's going to equal, well, you've got the 9, you got the 1, that makes 9. What do you do with these extra 2 zeros? Well, it's like you just add them right on there, because think about it. You've got 9 100, so that's going to be 900. The same way around, if you do it the other way around, you got 900 divided by 100, then you're going to get 9. It's like the other way around. 900 divided by 100 equals 9. So 900 divided by 900 is going to give us 9. On the same token, if we have 9 times 1,000, of course that's going to equal 9,000. So if we have 9,000 and we're dividing by 1,000, yes, it is going to equal 9 again. It just goes the other way around. And we'll do one more here. If we have 14 times 1,000, then that equals 14,000. Other way around, say it with me, 14,000 divided by 1,000 equals, yes, 14. See those 3 zeros, they kind of undo each other as you go this way. And here, those 3 zeros just get added on at the end. You can flip over to that next page, top of page 77, a couple pages actually. So we're going to do some of those guided practices. We'll do 17 and 19, and then let's try up in this corner. We'll see if I have room for number 21. Otherwise, I can go to the next page if I need to as well. So this is 400 divided by 100. And we've got 20,500 divided by 100. And then on the last one, we've got 124,000 divided by, I ran out of room here already, 1,000. All right, you can pause the video, do those, come back, and see if you get the right answer. All right, and we are back. Let's try figuring these out. So 400 divided by 100, those zeros kind of cancel each other out, so our answer is 4. For 19, these 2 zeros cancel out these 2 zeros, so we get 205 for our answer. And here we've got these 3 zeros. These 3 zeros, they kind of cancel each other out. And all that we've got left is 124. Those are our answers for those ones. All right, bottom of page 77 here, midway through page 77, we're breaking apart numbers to help us divide by hundreds or thousands. So if we've got 600 divided by 300, then we need to say, hey, I've got 600 divided by 100 divided by 3. So we're breaking apart 300 to 103. So we're doing it in steps. So if we do 600 divided by 100, well, we cancel those out. We know that 6 divided by 1 is 6, and then if we have 6 divided by 3, and we get the answer as 2. Pretty simple, right? Do another one here. What about if we have 6,000 divided by 2,000? Well, if we do 6,000 divided by 2,000, that's the same thing. We break it up a little bit. 6,000 divided by, how do you think we're going to break up 2,000? Yep, we're going to do 1,000 and then divide by 2. So 2,000, we know that's 2 times 1,000, so we just break it up there. 6,000 divided by 1,000, well, those zeros are going to cross each other out. We just get 6 left, and then 6 divided by 2, because this 2 is what's left. 6 divided by 2 is 3, and 3 is our final answer. You can flip on over to page 79. We've got some guided practice there to work on top of page 79. Let's see, we'll switch to navy because it's my favorite color. And we will do number 23. And we'll work on just 23 before we go on to the other ones. So 23, we've got 2,400 divided by 400. You can go ahead and pause this, do that, pause this, do that, and then come back. All right, and we're back. So I've got 2,400 divided by 400. I'm going to break apart this second number here. So I've got 2,400 divided by 100 divided by 4. I always put that 100 or 1,000 or whatever, 10, whatever it is, that's that first one. That's going to make it easier than if I put the 4 first and then do the 100. So 2,400 divided by 100, well, those zeros cancel each other out. I've only got 24 left. 24 divided by 4, what's my answer? Yes, 6 it is. All right, and then the next guided practice, we're going to do 25, 27, 29. 25 is 800 divided by 200. 27 is 7,200 divided by 900. And 29 is 45,000 divided by 5,000. So you can go ahead and pause and then do, those are numbers 25, 27, so 29 here, 25 there, 27 there, and 25 here. All right, go ahead and pause it. And we're back. So we've got 800 divided by, I'm going to break this up into 100 and 2. 800 divided by 100, those cancel each other out. And I get 8 divided by what's left, 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Boom. Pretty simple, right? All right, let's do that next one, 7,200. So I keep that, 7,200 divided by, break this up into 109. Then if I'm doing these, those zeros cancel each other out again. I've got 72 divided by 9. All right, what's 72 divided by 9? If you don't know, pause this, go look it up. You gotta know those multiplication tables. Gotta know them. So 72 divided by 9 is, what is it? Yes, it's 8. Your final answer is 8 for this one. And then last one, 45,000 divided by 5,000. I break it up again, 45,000 divided by 1,000 divided by 5. I look at these two. Zeros cancel each other out again. This is getting repetitive, right? Good. That means that you're understanding what you need to do in the assignment. 45 divided by 5. Answer is what? Look it up if you don't know it. And it is 9. Yes. All right. Let's go bottom of page 79 here, or midway through page 79. So we've got, let's see here, round numbers to estimate quotients. Remember, quotient, whenever you see the word quotient, you should think what? That's right, you should think division, because that quotient is just the answer to a division problem. So if they're telling us, and we want to remember here that we're estimating, if they're telling us to estimate 1,728 divided by 38, all right, then we got to look inside here. 1,728 divided by 38. Well, I want to actually pause here for a second and take some time to point out what these numbers are. The inside number here is always going to be called the dividend. Say it with me. The inside is the dividend. Inside is the dividend. The outside, maybe I should draw this out here. The outside number here is, what is it, guess? Yep, that's right. It is the divisor. This is on page 79 in your book. Inside is the divisor. So that's just some terminology for you to know. That inside is the dividend. The outside number is called the divisor. So if we're rounding both of these numbers, I'm going to round and then rewrite this on the next page. So I gotta round and think, hey, what numbers are these rounding to? Well, I always want to round the divisor first. Which one do I round first? The divisor, yes. So the divisor, 38 rounds to the nearest 10. That's going to be, yep, 40, because I look at the 8 and I round up. If I would have rounded down, I would have kept it to 30. So now I need to say, hey, what are my options for 1700? Specifically, I'm going to look for, hey, this has 4 as the start, so what is 17 close to? Well, I could round down to 16 because 4 goes into 16, or I could round up to what? Yes, 20 because 4 goes into 20. And then these other ones, they just become zeros. So what's closer to 1728? Is it 1600 or 2000? Yes, it is 1600. So I'm going to rewrite 1600 divided by 40. And I'm going to do that for my division. Well, I can do it that way. I can also say, hey, I've got 1600 divided by 40. Remember how I do this? I've got 1600. I'm going to do divided by 10 and then divided by 4. If I divide by 10, well, one of those cancels out. Now I've got 160. Oops, not 140. 160 divided by 4. Well, think 4 goes into 16 4 times, but I've got this extra 0 here. So it's going to be 40 times as my answer. All right, let's look here. Got some guided practice. Top of page 80 here. Do these last few here. So let's do 31, 33, and 35. So 31, we're going to switch back to my favorite color because I'm the teacher. I've got, so it says estimate the quotient of 4,367 divided by 670. So 4,367 divided by 670. Well, first thing, I'm always going to round which one first? Round the outside, the divisor, that's this one. And I'm going to round that first. What is that going to round to? Well, it's going to round to 700. Then I look at, hey, these first two numbers, so I've got 7. Does 7 go into 43? No. Which two numbers could it go into? It could either go into 42, which is if you would round down, because 7 goes into 42 6 times. If you don't know your multiplication tables, you got to look them up for this one. You're going to have to know these. There's no other way to do the assignment. So it can round down to 42, or what's the next thing that 7 goes on to after 42? That's above 43. Yeah, it's 49. And what happens to these? They become zeros. So which one are we going to round to? 4900 or 4200? What is 4367 closer to? Yes, it's closer to this. So we end up doing 4,200 divided by 700. These zeros cancel each other out. 42 divided by 7 is 6, and that's our answer. All right, 33 and 35. I want you to try to do these by yourself. Now, you might need to go look up some of the division multiplication tables things. Try to do it without them, and if you're not sure, then you can check after you write it down. So I've got 6106 divided by 28, and then 35 is 3,785 divided by 379. So write those two down, 33 and 35. Try them, and then come back in here and see the work. All right, so coming back, I was going to round which one first? Yes, the divisor. That's what it's the second one listed here, but it's also the one on the outside if you're doing the division problem. Remember, oops, where was it at? Where's that one at? Oh, it was right there. Yep, the divisor, the outside problem. It's this one. So we're rounding the divisor first. That becomes 30. So I need to think, hey, what does 3 go into? And I'm looking at these two that it goes into. But I also know that if it's 3, it doesn't need to go in these 2 necessarily, because 6, look at that, it goes into 6 almost completely by itself. Can I do that? Yes, I can do that. If I'm looking at these two, I could say 60 because I know 3 goes into 6, so therefore it's going to go into 60. Or I could say 63, but it's an easy choice to say, and sorry, I'm going to add those extra zeros there, because remember these other extra ones always are going to become 0. And I'm going to cross that one out because 6,000 is way closer to 6,100. So it's 6,000 divided by 30. 1 0 from each gets crossed out. And then I'm going to do 600 divided by 3, which is going to give me 200, because look at this, the 6 divided by 3 is a 2, and you've got these extra 2 zeros here. There's also the other way of doing it that I pointed out earlier, where you can break it up like this. The 40 gets up into 10 and 4. Either one works. You can do it this way. You should get 200 for your answer either way. And last one, 3785 and 3079. I'm going to round this to the nearest 100, which is going to become what? 7 goes up, yes, to 400. And then I need to look at these two digits. What does 4 go into? That's close to 37. Well, I know it goes into 36, and I know it's going to go into 40. Which one? And again, these last two would be 0. So which one of those is the better option for me to round to? Not that one, because 36 is very close to 37. So I'm going to go with 3,600 divided by 400. And I'm going to do this the old-fashioned way that I taught you originally. Divided by 100 and then divided by 4. These cancel each other out, so I've got 36 divided by 4 left. 36 divided by 4 is 9. Here's your answer. You can start the assignment now. Thanks.